Imagine meeting a guy like Ali in this kind of industry where you are like, you have similar value systems, similar backgrounds. It's a miracle.
I really do not connect with the nepotism and all that stuff kind of a debate because I feel all of us have been lucky and welcomed very, very warmly in this industry.
If you don't know your job, sooner or later, your battery and your shelf life will run out. I've met a lot of people who told me off in the beginning and said, oh, we didn't think you would last. Embrace your flaws, embrace your stretch marks. The same people till a few years ago when it was not kosher was shaming you for this stuff.
Hi guys, welcome to The Quint and thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. When you look back and when you look at Fukre 3, what has the film added to your lives personally and professionally?
Personally?
You got a bhabhi?
No, but Fukre actually has given all of us a lot of things. First of all, our director, it was his second film from Rick. It was my second film.
Yeah.
Her second, their third film. It was his debut. Manjot's again second or third film. Pandit Ji's probably, the beginning and the start of his career.
I had just come from two films which were really cult, like Oye Lucky and Gangs of Wasseypur. Gangs of Wasseypur was great and it became cult and became a huge hit and we traveled to Cannes, etc. But it was like a mixed blessing for me because I was aging so much in the thing and the character became so iconic, like Nawaz's character, and then me playing his mom, it really was like I was digging my own grave, in the industry. So when Fukre happened, it really was a relief. And now I look back, I keep thinking that this role was also a gamble because there was no foul-mouthed, badass woman like that in Hindi cinema. It wasn't a chiffon sari debut, but it was still something where I could at least talk to people and like feel a little more relatable. It really did undo some of the damage of Gangs. Although I'm very grateful for Gangs of Wasseypur. I needed this after that film.
Good you needed it because otherwise we would have missed the opportunity of seeing you as Boli.
Yeah.
And of
I
course,
love
personally, we know what you got.
Yeah, personally, yeah. Excel Entertainment Marriage Bureau.
I think for me, I think whatever I have today, I think the graph, the films that I've done, it was only because of Fukre. And I owe everything to Chucha.
Richard, in another interview to Quint, you had said that only two people you spoke to on the sets were Ali Faisal and Pankaj Tripathi. Has the dynamic changed now?
Oh, no, part one actually.
Part one, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
What she
No.
meant was the only two people she spoke sense to. All the nonsense used to happen with us.
As Chucha's character says in the film, तुझसे दो बातें करनी है, एक काम की बात और एक फालतू की बात. तो फालतू की बातें करने के लिए I had these boys. But Pankaj ji also with you, he does फालतू की
Pankaj
बात
is also a
only.
fukra only.
He's a fukra.
His image is such that
Yeah.
people think he's very gambhir on set,
Yeah.
he's very into this and that. He's actually literally, he is a fukra at heart.
Yeah.
And he's always having fun on set. साथ में
Right.
खिचड़ी, बस. That's it.
He has khichdi
So-
dahi for lunch.
Is that every day, like a fixed thing?
Every day. Lunch.
Every day, yeah.
Wow.
With
Did
some
you guys
salad.
join into that or?
We
हम
do.
अपनी दाल मखनी में बड़े खुश
do.
थे.
दाल मखनी, छोले भटूरे, गोलगप्पे.
You know, there's this underlying theme in Fukre, which is that, miracles happen, you
Yeah.
guys get saved, right? In reality, do you guys believe that miracles happen? And have you ever said, oh my God, that's truly miraculous?
Us getting the film Fukre.
I thought that would be
I
the
think for
answer.
me it's a miracle to crack that, to debut with a banner which has the most amazing legacy of films.
Yeah.
Apart from that, also a lot of other things that I believe in miracles. What about you, Richard Chadda?
I wanted to say that when it came to me, I turned it down.
Wow.
I was working on a rubbish film and I contacted someone who knew the director or something, knew the script. I called a friend for advice on whether I should or should not.
Right.
And I hadn't read the script and they were like, it's no good and your part is no good and it's not going to be worth it. Then the casting director, Hani Trihan, called me on the pretext of calling me for some entirely different film, which I knew I would never be shortlisted for even. It was one of those really rubbish films. But anyway, he called me there and then he put this chap on speakerphone and he was like, ये देखिए अपनी girlfriend fit कर रहा है इस role में. तूने क्यों मना किया?
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit. Is it still there? Is this offer still open? And then I was on and I was super happy that I got this part because it was so iconic.
Yeah.
And, imagine meeting a guy like Ali in this kind of industry where you have similar value systems, similar backgrounds in terms of like your middle class families in service. It's a miracle.
for somebody having no connection to the film industry, coming from Delhi, you know, so many people were telling me, you know, कितने लोग जाते हैं दिल्ली से, you know, बॉम्बे उतरते हैं, रोज 10,000 लोग उतरते हैं हीरो बनने के लिए, तुझे क्या लगता है तू हीरो बन जाएगा जाके?
same.
So yeah, it's just about having faith that the miracles do happen. I really do not connect with the nepotism and all that stuff kind of a debate, because I feel all of us have been lucky and welcomed very, very warmly in this industry.
Yeah, that's very nice. Though.
Yeah.
So, to many, many more miracles for all of you, right?
Yay.
So, I said, like you were saying earlier, you came from Delhi, and like all of you, there is a common theme that you are not from the industry. When you look back to your journey, as you sit here today, are there still some challenges you are facing as a part of the industry?
I think every actor, every Friday gives you a certain amount of time frame.
Right.
Right? Every Friday, with the film works well, if it gets accepted, it'll give you a certain amount of years.
Sure.
Within those years, you again have to crack something. It's an extension. There are certain films, आपको किसी फिल्म ने 3 साल दिए हैं तो वो कट के सीधा 1 साल भी हो सकता है.
Right.
कोई आपको वो एक पुश करके वो 5 साल भी हो सकता है. बट वो consistent fight है.
I feel like all the hurdles that have been in my path have been mine. Like I've only created them. And I say this for all of us. Sometimes we think that, oh, it's important to keep working. But now it's changed so much. Sometimes I feel like it's so important to just stick to quality. Whenever I have made a mistake and done a project that I sort of only cringe when I watch, is when mere sikke khatam ho gaye. Since the pandemic, when a lot of people had like life flash in front of them, and then they realize some things about themselves, I realized I'm just going to stick to quality. Because if I'm going to work with dumb people who write bekar script and then I'm sitting and fixing things, it's like not my primary job to do that. So I feel outsider, insider, nepo kid, legacy child, whatever, if you don't know your job, sooner or later, your battery and your shelf life will run out. I've met a lot of people who told me off in the beginning and said, oh, we didn't think you would last. We didn't think you would do anything with your life. Not to be cheeky, but now I feel like, I could consider them for a job. I also produce now. I'm not being badassy or savage. I'm just literally saying that even they are operating out of such a fear survival mentality. This question we all get asked, when will you get your due? I'm like, as long as you think there's due to be, as long as you think there's due to be gotten, you're giving me that
You're
due.
giving that due,
You're
yeah.
giving me that credit. What is more? What is less? It doesn't matter. Life is short. You get paid doing what you love. It's a hobby that gives you money. Relax, enjoy, make people laugh. I spoke a lot.
No, but you spoke really well. No problem.
Very well.
You know,
As discussed.
I'm just going to move a little away from all of this and talk about social media and the society at large. We live in a world nowadays where there's this growing obsession with how people look, how people dress and everything. Women have always been scrutinized for it. Okay, but as men, do you guys experience it?
Arey वाह, नया question भाई. I would love to hear this. चलो बताओ.
I've been brought up by a lot of women in my house. I was the first kid in my family.
Okay.
And I stay in a joint family. So I was the only kid for about the first 5 or 6 years of my life. So this demarcation of gender ki लौंडे ये करेंगे, बंदियां ये करेंगी, this is how guys are, this is how girls are, has not been there for me. I've learned sewing as well. I've learned cooking as well. I'm saying all of this because this is what people expect only girls to learn, which is just weird.
Yeah.
So I feel when people on social media also kind of get these things कि यार लड़के ऐसे दिखने चाहिए, या I don't have muscle because I want to feel like a guy. I have muscle because I like being fit.
Right.
I like that lifestyle.
Rich, are you seeing a change in this, the way
I
people...
thought you were to say, are you seeing someone? भाभी से कैसे पूछ लिया?
Are you seeing a change in this when it comes to women actors or just women around us?
In terms of?
In terms of the scrutiny about the way we look, carry ourselves.
Very good you've asked this question. I'm so sick and tired of people now going hashtag body positivity, hashtag inclusion, hashtag embrace your skin, hashtag this. The same people till 3 or 4 years ago, I have your reviews. I will print them and you will be cancelled. For your body shaming, for your skin shaming, look shaming. Stop being so classist with your goddamn reviews. All of you have now embraced this newfound wokeness and now you're coming out with flying colors. We were woke before the woke word was invented. Okay, so STFU. So much hypocrisy is so tiring. Now it's like, embrace your flaws, embrace your stretch marks. The same people till a few years ago, when it was not kosher, was shaming you for this stuff. So, this is all a trend. People are attempting to whitewash their past. Just be yourself. You do you. Wear what you want to wear. Feel confident. Feel good. Stay healthy. Keep your skin clean. Keep your body nice. Have your bowels clean. Whatever. Sleep well. Be kind to each other. You don't know who's going through what.
Yeah.
And I've gone through a lot of shit because of something that someone else has said. So now when I see all this scrutiny has changed and all, please don't buy it, okay? It can come back in a second.
Thank you so much, you guys. And good luck for the film. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.